Hi guys and welcome to Bomb Anime.
It's your girl Ruka.
And Big Boy Summer here bringing you episode 4 of Black Summoner.
So in this episode we had a couple of things happen. We had an immediate time skip of 4 months. So now Ethel is a level 38 and she has a bunch of skills, a bunch of high ranking skills. So it kind of felt like they were using the time skip to explain how another summon is just strong all of a sudden. And personally, what I actually feel would have been better for them to do would have been to start on this episode 4, because it feels like they're just kind of jumping through the story to get to like the end goal really fast. So I think that if they just started here at episode 4 and then to give us any extra context that they wanted to give us, they could have used like a couple of flashbacks, because I really feel like they could have just done that quite easily and then the story would feel like it was flowing a little bit better. But I kind of feel like at this point now it will probably start flowing a little bit easier, which is why I feel like they should have just started on this episode.
Well, I feel like if I'm watching the summoner, like I said last episode, I want the summoner to show me how he evolves the summons. It kind of annoyed me a little bit that it started straight away with a time skip of 4 months. I was thinking to myself, I want to see that journey. I want to see what's going on. Glutton didn't even get nothing this episode really as well, which kind of annoyed me a little. And if I'm being truly honest, the episode only got good towards the end.
Yeah, I would agree with you, which is again why I think they should have just started here instead of like rushing through the first episodes, because that's what I think that they did here. You can't adapt everything. Things do get missed out, and sometimes it works and sometimes it ends up being Promised Neverland season 2.
Oh, that's a low blow. Another thing that kind of bolsters what I'm trying to say is the fact that Gerald was saying that, oh my god, he's got a bad habit. They've only done it one other time. It's not been established that that is his bad habit. But if we went through the motions of him leveling them up and going against really tough monsters and then him smiling like that, it would make sense. Like in Fire Force, when they told you that, you know, he had a bad habit of smiling when he's nervous or whatever, and it happened from day 1 to the episode's current. It makes sense. That becomes a habit. But this right here is not a habit. It's just something we've seen happen before.
What also adds to your point is the fact that Ethel was like a bad habit. She's been with him for 4 months. She should know already. So it made the whole thing feel a little bit more off, as well as the constant jumps all over the place.
Also, what is Angie's deal, bruv? Like, what's going on here? First of all, why are you trying to become a third wheel in this situation if you're trying to make that situation happen? And why are you turning into Ethel's rival? Like, what was going on there? It felt a bit like a missed shot. It didn't make no sense to me. Like,
no, I felt confused about that as well, because at first when I saw her approaching Kelvin, I was like, oh, she probably likes him, you know, because she was out of her work clothes. They were obviously meeting up. But then when Ethel came, she was like, oh, you know, you need to tell her she looks nice. So I was like, oh, okay. Maybe she's trying to get Kelvin and Ethel together. And then at the table, she was like, oh, I'm going to be feeding you too. And I was like, okay, well, do you like him? I was confused by that whole thing.
It's a weird one, and like, okay, fair enough. It is what it is. They're trying to do some fan servicey stuff that just missed, in my opinion, because Ange looked like a child and Ethel looked like a child, and it really didn't really track for me. I mean, like, if you want to go fan service, I feel like there's other things out there to watch. So, Leo is basically holding Kelvin by the balls and saying, I need you to go sort out this level S mission, mate, because I'm cleaning up the mess that you made by making the prince look like a fool.
So, yeah, Leo, I feel like I'm just going to give him the benefit of the doubt and I'm going to trust him now, because the way that I'm seeing this anime kind of feels like a lot of those slice of life animes you watch. You know, when they give you those vibes that something bad's going to happen, but like nothing ever happens in terms of that. So I feel like they might have done that, given us a little bit of bad vibes about him in the beginning, but then he's just going to be a super chill guy. And yes, he is using that whole incident to his advantage, but who wouldn't? You know, he's sending him off to a really tough mission. He knows that it's a potential S rank and there's no one there that can really contend with them. Kelvin's all they got, and Kelvin isn't even that strong at the moment. Like, yeah, he's stronger than he should be, but he's still only rank B. Yes, he has strong summons, but his strongest summon he still can't even use. So there's a lot of things counting against him that would make him turn this mission down. And because of the conditions that Leo gave him in the beginning, he can turn down whatever jobs he wants to turn down. So he had to use what he had to use.
I had to use a little bit of that carrot and the stick. You know what I mean? Here's the carrot, use the stick. Now, the heroes that are actually in this world, I actually agree with Kelvin. They've been here for how long? What the hell have they been doing, bruv? Their levels are a bit weak. It looks like Kelvin would just snuff them out quite easily.
Well, are they religious fanatics? Because the goddess put them here, right? But we have loads of anime where a goddess has put you there. You don't see them kind of waiting on the edge to see what the goddess does next, what to do, where to go. So if they're doing that, that's probably going to withhold their growth, you know. Anyway.
Oh, Ruka. Are you me, bro? Are you
what?
me, though?
I'm saying that it's going to withhold their growth if they're looking to have someone tell them everything to do. I mean, look at Reborn. I know you haven't watched it, but I have. It's a great anime. Anyway, in the beginning, you've got him constantly asking Reborn what to do, what should I do, what should I do, and you're just waiting for someone to come help you out. That's not going to help you grow, so it doesn't really surprise me that they're not that strong. And Malphina doesn't really look like the most, what would you say?
Stable?
Not stable, but she doesn't seem like she really cares about this goddess thing all that much. I don't think she'll be watching over them that closely. She's kind of like,
job,
she
not a
dips
career.
in, right? She just dips in when every now and then, you know. Oh, you haven't seen my face for a while.
Hi guys, I'm alive. Bye guys.
So if this team doesn't have enough ambition on their own, then nothing's gonna really happen.
Yeah, I agree with what you're saying. If you blindly follow something and don't have any contents or backbone or ambition of yourself, then you're never going to grow. I get that. But then look at the flip side of Tanya the Eve. Then again, that proves your point, because she didn't believe in the thing that she could clearly see. And so therefore, she grew. So it's confusing. So, okay, I understand what you're saying, Ruka. Blind faith is pointless. Got it.
Did I say that?
Okay, so the heroes are trash. The summons are really strong, but we don't get to see them grow. The black summoner himself, Kelvin, is actually a chill character. I think I really like the character as a character. He's righteous, he does a thing, he comes in, he gets a job done, he goes home and he sleeps with his elf.
I kind of like Kelvin as well. I'm not gonna lie. I did really enjoy making fun of him last week, though. I thought that was hilarious for me. But you know, he's not as dumb as I was making him out to be. He does understand that the Guildmaster was doing a thing and forcing him into taking this mission that he might not have taken. I feel like he would have taken it anyway.
Taking it anyways.
Now, I want to talk about very, very quickly Prince Tabra. We've been through this whole thing so much. You are a third prince.
Know your place.
Why are you even announcing it? As soon as he said third prince, I was like, beat him up. Beat him up.
Just slap him. Just slap him. Tell him to go home. There is no place for you here.
But the prince was being really stupid. You've come from one kingdom to another and you're doing nothing but causing trouble. He even admitted himself that he's basically useless in his own kingdom, and then you still come here and started a fight. Why would you do that?
I want to know, how else do you deal with a motherfucker, and I mean this in the literal sense of the word, who will kick your food while you're eating? I want to know, how else do you deal with that guy? Because at the end of the day, I feel like Kelvin went light. I'm eating, bro, and you keep my food from under me. You're lucky Kelvin just dashed your people to the side and made you kneel. Do you know what I mean? If this was Ruka, oh my God, you'd be dead.
Seriously, don't mess with my food. I don't like that. Don't do it.
Are you mad? Like, nah, seriously, Kelvin gave him what he deserved. I would have given him a little bit more. He might have not walked away with a leg. Do you get what I mean? That's the kind of situation. Dessert, the finisher of the meal, the part that you look forward to while you're eating, that you're gonna get later, and it got kicked to the side because some prince had a Napoleon complex. Nah, fam.
He even had the nerve to say, if the girls offer themselves to me, like, you're a third prince. Again, I have to say it, you're a third prince. Useless. Oops, baby. Should have pulled out, baby.
Wow, whoops. Look.
And second of all, he was unattractive. Like, how are you approaching me with curls? Not just normal male curly hair. This guy had used rollers and rolled his head. Like, no, there's levels to this. Are you a barrister? What's going on?
And for those who don't know what barristers are, they're high lawyers in the UK. Ruki, you're absolutely correct.
Kelvin should have gone back and took the money out of third prince idiot's clothing and paid for his desserts. In fact, I would have told him, yo, go to the till and go and reorder me desserts. And serve me.
Serve me.
Are you mad? But let's move on. Let's move on to Victor. Because I already love Victor, and we only got to see such a small bit of him. But he is the new big bad. He's an archdemon, and he has the gluttony skill. Everything that he consumes, he can take the characteristics of, which is amazing. And did you see the pile of skulls of all the monsters he had eaten from the dungeon? He ate all of them. So he now has so many characteristics. So I am expecting the best fight ever. If they take the piss with this fight, it's gonna piss me off so much. I'm gonna have to fight someone, because you've left it on a cliffhanger, number one. And number two, you've promised me what to expect. So if you just skip this fight, or if the fight is really, like, lackluster, I'm gonna have to have words.
If I see a time skip, it will be time to dip. I will not watch no more of this anime. I will choose another anime to do. Because you just introduced... Look, it's not like you guys ain't got skill. The character development is actually quite sick when you show us what's going on. So you've got the skills to do it. You made Victor have 10 seconds of the screen and own it.
Yeah, and also I love the way he looks. I like the character design, actually.
Yeah, it's like, it's a little bit Venom-y. Like,
yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
But if Venom meets Alien, sort of, I don't know how to describe it, but I love it.
Yeah.
And so, look, give me a good fight. But Victor is a badass, and I'm so glad you introduced him. Don't f*** up.
And I am hoping that Kelvin does make him his summon, but I have a feeling that maybe he won't, and he'll just do the Demon King's daughter instead as a summon. But maybe he'll take them both. He's got 7 slots.
This is what I think will happen. Slime is going to eat gluttony and have double gluttony or something else and become Demon King, Archdeity, Demon, whatever, glutton. And then he's going to make the demon daughter, the Demon King's daughter, his summon. That's what I think is going to happen.
That would be disappointing to lose Victor completely, because I feel like his character potential is so strong. And on that note,
don't forget to like, subscribe and share.
If you made it this far, thank you so much for joining us.
Peace.